Chris, you break it. You break it. You break it. You break it, Chris. Yeah, I got it. Oh. You broke it. You broke it. Apprentice. G'day guys, Chris here, Midlife Carpentry. Gonna have a bit of a chat about apprentice F-ups or muck-ups, or I'll call them apprentice moments. Okay, so we'll call them apprentice moments to save any swearing and stuff, but when I say that, you know what I mean. I'm sure you get the idea. If you are an apprentice in the industry, in any industry at all, I know that'll happen. You will make mistakes. And I just wanted to bring this little episode in just to show that we're all only human and we do make mistakes. And being an apprentice, it is kind of a part of it to a degree. But how you grow and learn from those mistakes is probably the most important bit. Righto, so let me tell you about a little apprentice moment that I had. I've got a couple here that I'll give you as a bit of an example. One was at a new house build we're doing, and we're at the point where we had to put up some ceiling battens, and we use the steel ones. You know, they look like a little U-shaped, couple of tabs off them. I'll send you some photos. I'll add it in somewhere in amongst here talking as an example. But basically, carpenter said, hey, go up there and start laying those battens out and stuff, straighten them up and stuff. We started, and you just need to continue on. I said, sweet, no worries, all right, way I go. Go upstairs, think, okay, there's got to be 450 centers. Okay, what I might do to try and make this easier is I make a little jig, I'll get the first one right and go off the others. Little did I know, I actually went off the first batten that they put in, not off the wall, and the measurements initially were off the wall, and they went that way. So there was a filler batten for the edge, but I took that 450 off that batten. So straight away, I was off. I was crooked and I was out. So things weren't working out very good for me at all. I had my carpenter come up and he said basically, hey, Chris, what are you doing? What's going on? I explained to him what I was doing. And he's like, yeah, nah, all you need to do is just screw off one screw all the way down the end where the joins are, and then iron them off, straighten them up, and then punch in the double screws all the way through, and there's your ceiling battens job done. Everything's straight. Something as simple as that. Like, I had to go backtrack into the room. I'd done pretty much an entire room, so I had to unscrew all the battens out, re-straighten them up, line them up at 450 from the wall. First one 450, then on and on and on and on. The other one was like 10 mil, 20 mil or something from the wall, so it was a bit out. But that was a lesson learnt for me, of course. A little bit embarrassing. I was trying to do the right thing, but then I realised that, hang on, no, I've actually, you know, rather than sort of asking the questions, or is there a better way to do this? Am I in the right sort of thinking? Can I do it this way? I just went ahead and did it, and yeah, that initiative may have worked. The idea was there, but just the lack of knowledge, it proved me wrong. So yeah, that's that one little mishap. Another one I had was with a piece of fibro sheeting, so cement fiberboard, wall cladding, whatever you want to call it. I was doing a cutout for a doorway, and I had a slim strip to one side, so, and that was for pretty much full length of the sheet. So it was always going to be a bit tricky, a bit dodgy putting it up, and I was like, okay, I'm unsure about this, how to do this, you know, lifting it up correctly and stuff. And one of the carpenters come over and said, oh, we won't let you break it, I'll give you a hand. And he gave me a hand. As we were putting it up, due to my stupidity, I was in the wrong position at the wrong time, and it just snapped at the weak point, which is going to happen. I was expecting that. Yeah, so that went up, we put a little join in it, and yeah, that's all we could do. So I just had to retreat back further into the car. It started raining. I still can't believe it's raining here. Well, yes, I can. I know it's all the Queensland and stuff, and it's a tropical rainforest and all that sort of business. But I mean, come on, it's August. Like, it's meant to be winter. It's meant to be cool and beautiful, sunny days and amazing. But yeah, a little bit disappointing today. Anyway, moving on. And the other one was basically there's two moments here I want to talk about. The first of all was not catching what the boss was throwing, so not listening very well. So it seems I'd misunderstood the boss when he gave me a number and said, hey, I only need 6 in total, whereas I took it as 6 pairs, so needing 12 in totals. So the job was to put a couple of umbrella stands and a couple of U-bolts onto a table, which is all good and well, but I had to try and find 12 U-bolts, stainless steel ones that were going to do the job. Ended up running around the town to 4 or 5 different places, managed to get all 12, rang the boss up, and he said, yeah, no, there's only 3 tables, you only need the 6. And it's like, oh, so it serves me right. You know, I had to go back. I managed to get some credits and stuff on those, which is great. So really helpful for the suppliers. Thankful to the suppliers, they took those back. So yeah, it was a lesson learned for me, really. I took that on board. I know the value of them probably wasn't much there, but it was more so the fact that I had to go out and return them that made me realize, hang on, this was a mistake of mine. I'm taking this on board, that sort of thing. So and didn't really cost the boss a lot of money, except me running around trying to get credits, which yeah, probably wasn't fantastic for him. So on that same job as well, which I didn't even realize. So I'm thankful that I had extras. I did realize, it was just at the time I didn't. Stainless steel, whenever dealing with stainless steel, especially stainless steel threads, be mindful they can bind, and they most likely will 9 times out of 10. So having some sort of a spray lubricant or something on there is key. So the first U-bolt I did up, it seized, and obviously I had to cut that off, and then had a spare luckily, which is great. That job, with a few little hiccups that I had, broke me a little bit, if that's kind of the word. Got me down a bit, basically, because I was on my own trying to do it and get it done. But I had a few moments there where it was like, I don't know whether I'm doing this right, or am I doing this correctly? What can I do to get through this? But there's actually a little episode in Bluey, funnily enough, it's a kids program and stuff here, where they talk about how you have a little cry, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and then you get on with it. The show must go on, and that's pretty much what I did. I actually went for a walk to the ute, had a banana, took a few minutes to just compose myself and go, right, let's just get this done. Got stuck in, and at the end of the day, the job come up mint, worked out really well, and I was actually quite proud of it at the end of it. It took me longer, but it looked good, so which is the kicker. So yeah, we all make mistakes, guys. That's the biggest point that I want to make today, is that we all make mistakes. Apprentice moments will always happen. Everyone's going to have them. What I'd like to see, I'd like to hear from some of the guys out there watching. I think there's nearly 40 odd subscribers on this channel. I still can't believe that. It spins me out. It's awesome. Big thank you and a hello to everyone. But if you are an apprentice and you have had an interesting apprentice moment and you'd like to share, like obviously, you know, don't put yourself in the poop or anything. Like, I mean, if it's something that you've done and you've sorted yourself out and you didn't get any sort of repercussions and stuff from it, then great. But yeah, I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear the stories, because it's all about learning too. It's like all about understanding, you know, the better ways to do particular things, like something somebody does and learns from, and sharing that information to you can help you out as well at the end of the day. So hence, you know, the ceiling batten thing, like when you're doing it, if you're an apprentice carpenter and you're doing ceiling battens, you know that, okay, well, where the 2 ceiling battens join up and overlap, I'll punch a screw in there, only 1 screw, because then it gives it room to flex. All right, then I go to the other joint, all right, and do the 450 increments off the wall, put 1 screw in there as well, and keep going on, and then you can eyeball and just have a look down the line and see how straight and tight it is, and then you go, all right, double screw, double screw, double screw, double screw, all right, and secure it. So there's a tip for you guys. Just remember that. That's for the steel batten. So the timber ones might be a bit different because they're not as straight and can be bananas at times. So what else have I been up to? So we had a bit of a look. We did have a lockdown here. It didn't affect the business too much, but we still, the whole family, basically all of us, had to get tested. We're all feeling a bit ill and a bit sick. We had a bit of a cold. Come from daycare, and the daycare is pretty close to a possible location where, you know, staff could have been. So we thought, right, we go to the right thing. Went and got tested. We had to stay obviously in isolation stuff for those days and that. So that's kind of like last week sort of disappeared pretty quickly for me. Sorry, the week before, last week. No, the week before I think it was. So I missed out on the old video. We also had little Levi's 5th birthday, so he's now a 5-year-old. I don't know whether you've seen the cake and stuff that Melissa and I made on Instagram. So yeah, if you wanted to have a look at a wicked pool cake, they come up pretty sweet. A few rums later, but anyway, we won't go there. Yeah, so that's what we've been up to. We've got a few little jobs on at the moment. We're mainly working on the new shed, so the new office and everything that we're moving into soon at work, so MB Constructions, which is great. And we've got a couple of big jobs and stuff happening soon. We've got a big job in town, big roofing job in town, which apparently I'm going to be involved in, which is pretty exciting. Also been busy on the studies and stuff too, guys. Studies has been another thing that's kept me pretty tied up. So we've signed off a few modules and that on my apprenticeship already, which is fantastic. So I have done a lot of time on my own studying at home and stuff. So rather than at work, I've actually done it at home here in the evenings and stuff, and over the weekends, especially while we were locked down, like isolated, like I couldn't do any work. So I just studied, which was good. So it got me ahead. So that the apprenticeship side of things really progressing nicely for me. Next week, I might actually talk money. I think there's a little conversation and stuff I had with someone on Instagram the other day, wondering about how much I got paid and that sort of thing. So what I'll do a little video on how you can find out about apprentice wages, like how much they are and that sort of stuff. There is actually easy enough to find it. You can actually find it on a government website, which is good. But understanding that's just your ballpark. So, you know, your boss can pay you a little bit more than that if they really want to, or they might just want to stick with the award wage and that's it, nothing more. So, but yeah, we'll go through that. We'll go through a couple of little incentives as well, the trade support loan stuff I think we've spoken about before, and go into a little bit more on that. So I just want to dedicate one little video, one little segment on on wages, on money. Like, because that seems to be a big one for a lot of people in I know it was for us as well, like stepping into an apprenticeship and stuff, and how much it's going to be worth, and what you're going to get paid at the end of the week. You know, that's what you're going to be living on. So yeah, so we'll go through that next week anyway, guys. We'll chat then. Other little thing, I don't know whether you can see him in the background or not. The lighting's a bit rubbish at the moment, sorry, but I've started to play around with some Mac packs as well, so toolboxes. I've fixed up my other Makita tool bag, so I'm about to do a quick little video on that as well. And yeah, you can have a bit of a look. And yeah, as for the Mac packs, I'll let you know a little bit more about those as things progress. And new tools arrive and all that sort of fun stuff. So yeah, lots happening with Midlife Carpentry at the moment. So bloody exciting, as always, guys. You take care, build on, legends, keep it up, and yeah, get it done, eh? All the best. See ya.